I remember growing up Muslim in school, I used to have to take the little pepperonis off of my school lunch pizza. And one day this kid asked me, he's like, hey, what do you do that for? And I was like, oh, I'm Muslim, we don't eat pork. And he spit in my face. Nuts, right? You know what's really nuts about that? This was before 9/11. Kid was that pissed off on behalf of Italian foods. Actually, the craziest part about this is not only was it before 9/11, guys, it was days before 9/11. Alright? This kid got sent home for spitting on a Muslim child on September 9th, 2001. Okay? So, like, I'm sure he got grounded, you know? But, like, not for long. Kid got paroled, dude. How nuts. His parents had 2 days to be pissed about what he did to that nice Muslim boy before they were like, actually, thank you for your service. It sucks that he was right about us, man. I hate that he was right. I gotta say this, guys. The worst part about Islamophobia, and clap if you agree, is that it just makes so much sense. It's the most reasonable type of bigotry in the world. Homophobia? Dumb. Anti-Semitism? Why? The Jews never hurt anybody. Unless you count all of those people. And Jesus Christ. I don't know, but 9/11 is how a lot of Americans found out about Muslims. How do you defend us? You can't be like, hey, there's more to them than terrorism. There's also Aladdin. The genie was Muslim, maybe. I think we all know Jafar was Muslim. He was the most Muslim. But I'm genuinely thinking back, like I'm genuinely amazed that like American Jews and Christians and stuff defended us after 9/11. And I try to like put myself in their shoes and try to imagine like what would I be thinking watching the attacks if I wasn't Muslim myself? What would I say to the people who were like, no, these Muslims are still our brothers and sisters. They're still American. I'd probably say, shut up, dumbass. Fucking homo. Why don't you go suck Osama's raghead dick, you fucking retard? This is 2001, guys. You can say all of those words still. You can still say raghead. Can I say, this pisses me off, and this is like a very personal problem. I hate that retard became the R word and not raghead. Is anybody, they don't need it. Special needs guys weren't getting beat up after 9/11, that was us. Okay, and like a bunch of Indian dudes on accident. Sorry. Indian men. Folks, my brother is doing much better than me. My brother is about to marry a white lady. And, yeah, you can clap for that, dude, come on. You got one. That's a big deal for us, man. I like it when white ladies marry Muslim dudes because they end up with goofy names. Christina, Hussein, shit like that. Love that shit. And this family, when I say white, these are Iowa whites. Okay? No offense to any of you Pennsylvania or New Jersey whites. These are pure, perfect Iowa whites. We were meeting the white family for the first time. We were having like a dinner. And my brother turns to my mom and he says, hey, when we're with the white family, don't do too much Arab stuff. Right? It's messed up. I'm like have some self-respect. Like you hate your own people that much, you know? And then after a toast, my mom did that weird terrorist turkey gobble thing that Arabic ladies do. Okay. Are you guys pretending you don't know what I'm talking about? Do I have to demonstrate? Can we do this together? There's no quiet way to do this. Somebody gave a toast, and my mom went, and I was like, build a fucking wall, dude. Send us back. So my brother's ashamed to be Arab, which sucks. It's a bummer. But I think the only thing worse than being ashamed of your race is being proud of your race. Like if you're proud of being like black or Latino or whatever, it's like, grow up. You're stoked. You're stoked about being Asian? You need hobbies. Like you're not as bad as like a white supremacist, okay? But that's only because they're better at it. They are the best. It's always, I don't know, it's always the worst people that are the most proud of their race. Always. Anytime you see someone with like a huge Puerto Rican flag on their car, they're never, like as a person, a good representative of Puerto Ricans. It's never like a poet laureate blasting Daddy Yankee at 2 a.m. It's not him. Even Americans too. If you're an American and you have an American flag tattooed anywhere on your body, you deserve to have been born in Iraq. You know, I do live in New York now. I'm happy to be up there. In New York, they look down on transplants, such as myself in New York, which I think is fucked up, because it's like, I'm from West Virginia. Am I supposed to just fucking die there? You know, these New Yorkers are hype as shit about refugees from Ecuador and Yemen, but not from uncool states. It's kind of fucked up, honestly. And the thing is, New York needs transplants, okay? If New York was made up exclusively of people born and raised in New York, it would not be New York City. It would be Philadelphia. It would suck. I lived here for years. I love Philly. But when you leave Philly, you notice things about Philly, okay? Very funny Philly thing I noticed. When Philly people meet other Philly people, they always ask, what high school did you go to? Because asking what college would be ridiculous. You can't major in HVAC and kicking your wife's ass. That's not... City needs transplants, man. You need transplants in the city. If it wasn't for transplants, it'd be a city where an entire city of people whose whole identity is being Italian American, despite the fact that they can't pronounce the word mozzarella in Italian or American. Did you guys know that mozzarella is not a word? That's not English or Italian, guys. That's just a noise that Anthony's make. To self-soothe. It's like how cats purr. You need transplants, otherwise it'd be a city full of Irish Americans, inexplicably proud of that heritage. You know who hates Irish Americans? The Irish. They can't stand you motherfuckers. Irish culture and Irish American culture are very different, okay? Like Ireland has already had an openly gay prime minister of Indian descent. Did you guys know that? No. You know who didn't know that? All of Boston. No fucking idea. They already had a gay brown man as their prime minister. The word for him, by the way, in the Irish language is Taoiseach. That's what they call him in Irish. What they call him in Boston is a raghead fucking quid.